If you'd like to see how I'm going to transform this plain graduation cap into this lovely rhinestone embellished, sparkly, glamorous graduation cap, keep watching this video. YouTube. So today I'm going to be adding some designs and some embellishments, some rhinestones to this blank cap for a graduation for a graduate of 2021. Shout out to class of 2021. And I've already cut out with my Silhouette Cameo the design that's going to go on here. I have to heat transfer that on, then I'm going to trace that out. I'm going to try to show you on my phone what the mom of the graduate sent me. Hopefully you can see that clearly. So it says next stop nursing school, and then they have some type of looks like some foam they cut out and made it into a nursing hat on the top. And they have like a little stethoscope made into a heart right there. And then there's a little, I'm not sure what this little thing is here, but right there, there's like a little band-aid. Now, when people send me designs, I don't try to do it exact. I try my best to get it as close as possible. And to be honest, I try to get it to look even better than what the original looks like. But shout out to whoever did this. This is cute. I have my wording cut out as closely as possible. I'm not gonna do red on here because I feel like it won't show up. I'm gonna go with the all silver design. You see this cap is black, so it's different when they have the pink on there. I just feel like red would clash and won't show up. And they didn't give me specific colors to use. We just said we're gonna go with the silver. The thing is, it's due like in 2 days. I just got this cap last night. I actually ordered cute charms. I'm going to show you the charms I ordered, but they won't be here in time. So I'm going to have to get creative and figure out what to put here and here. Okay, you guys? So let me show you the charms I ordered. These charms to glue on to this cap, because I thought it would be a much cleaner, cuter look instead of trying to make some type of makeshift hat there. I wanted it to be like just really clean, but the graduation is on Monday. These arrive on Monday. Not sure when the mail person is going to show up, so that's a tough one. So I'm going to dive right into it. Here is everything I cut out. I already have my heat press on. I'm not going to show myself pressing this on because I feel like it's going to be extra challenging. I'm in a crunch for time to try to set the camera up and everything, so I'm just going to go ahead and lay this on here. I got to make sure it's the right way. So she's gonna have it on like this. This is the back of the cap. This is the front. So I want to make sure that her design can be read like this if someone's sitting behind her or something like that. Okay. So I just kind of typed in the clip art. If you're looking for this and you know how to copy and trace in your program, I have a Silhouette Cameo. I typed in pulse heartbeat, heartbeat pulse, and they had a couple of them to choose from. It looks like on the actual picture though, their heart was bigger, but I'm getting this as closely as possible as I can. I'm going to lay mine like this. Everything is going to be kind of done at an angle. So, and then it says next stop, and I had to cut this stuff out twice, you guys. I measured as best I could. Then when I saw that it still wasn't fitting how I wanted it to fit, I had to make the words a little bit smaller. Okay, because I want to leave some edge out here. Because I do plan on going around the perimeter with some rhinestones. Actually, I'm going to use some glass crystals. So just watch me position this on here. So what I'm doing here is just trying to line everything up perfectly, because you don't want things to be misaligned or crooked, because you really just have one chance at this. I don't have a backup cap if I mess this up. It's like a one-hitter quitter. So you want to make sure everything is lined up as straight and neatly as possible before you press it on. Just got finished pressing this on. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off carefully, honey, because it's just like a little thin piece of fabric on here that's cardboard or something underneath, and it kind of starts to smoke a little bit. So if you have to do this with your heat press, don't hold it under there for a long time. Just do section by section, And yeah, just go section by section for a few seconds, okay? Now I'm just gonna go ahead and carefully pull off the backing sheet. Okay, so far so good. And if I would have had silver glitter, I wouldn't have went over the words with rhinestones. I would have just did this, the heartbeat pulse with the rhinestones, but because I just have this regular silver, I just felt like it needed more bling. Uh-oh. Okay, so this part, I'm gonna put this part back underneath for a quick second. So I'll just cut some of this to put on there. But let's see what this is looking like. So this is basically going to be your outline that you're going to trace when you do the graduation cap. Okay, so I went ahead and just pressed that little spot back down. Another tip too, if you're going to do this with your heat press, I know they have the little iron kind too, or you can use an iron maybe. I think if you just cut off the steam, you should be able to possibly use your iron if that's all you have. You know how to just make stuff work. So that's another option. So what I did, I just kind of put my wax paper over it and a little piece of this also, and I just held it up. I didn't press it down. I held it up to the top plate, the hot heat plate, and just put it there for a few seconds. So that's ready. Now today I'm going to be using whichever one of these isn't clogged up, because sometimes these little precision tip bottles do get a little cloggy. So it's good to have one of these little push pins just to unclog it, because before all I would do is just swap off, take off the top and put another one on and just keep going. So if you have one of these little push pins like this, it'll unclog it. So I can tell by looking at this that this one is liquid fusion in this bottle, and this one is one dot, not a lot. I really prefer the liquid fusion because it has more of a clear base, so I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be using the wax pickup tool, and I will have a link available for this. And I have rhinestones, actually glass crystals, SS20, which is, well, when it's a crystal, it uses the SS number. So if this were a rhinestone, it would be 5mm, which is not exact, but it's like close. This is a SS12, which is like a 3mm. So that's what I'm going to be using. I'm going to use the SS20 on the edge perimeter, and I'm going to use the SS12 on the letters and the heartbeat. Then I'm gonna have to improvise what I'll put here for the stethoscope and the little nurse's hat thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So when you're trying to trace out small letters like this or a small detail, the precision tip bottle really comes in handy. You can pick those up on Amazon. Because if you're using, like, let's say E6000, we all know how that spills out all crazy, and it will be like a complete mess. So I'm so glad I found out about these. Or you can use like a syringe or whatever you have, but make sure you don't have too much glue spillage, because it's a mess and a headache trying to clean up. Working on the letters, just tracing out the vinyl that I pressed on here, making sure everything is nice and neat. And this precision tip bottle works wonders, especially for projects like this, so you don't have any glue spillage accidentally. It just pours out nice little small amounts from that very pointy tip. Now I'm just going to work on the perimeter with the the SS20 crystal glass. So I'm almost finished, and on the original picture, let me show it to you again. On the original picture that they sent me as the inspiration, there's this little plastic foam looking thing they use, and they put the little hospital medical sign on it. For me, I'm gonna add my own twist. I don't want to jumbo anything in there. I feel like it's a close enough little area. And I thought this looked a little cheesy right here. And that's no shade, I just don't want to do exact what's on here. So I went online and I found a stethoscope small enough to fit in this area. And then I found the little medical nurse hat, and I'm putting it here. Because as you can see, this heart design is very close to where it says next stop. I have quite a bit of room there, okay? So I just want to show you that. So I thought about it like, okay, I heat pressed everything else on here. How am I gonna get this on here if all these rhinestones are on here? I can't put this under the heat press like this. So I'm gonna improvise. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do. I have my iron. Let me zoom out. I have my iron here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to attempt, hopefully this turns out right, I'm confident that it will, line this up good. I'm going to use the tip of the hot iron to kind of put this in place, and that's what I'm going to do now. And I'm going to be careful. I see my thumb is right here. I'm going to move it, and I'm just going to use the tip and go over this vinyl, and that should be enough to heat press this on here. So I'm just carefully taking my time, just rubbing it around, making sure it's nice and flat, and doing the same thing here to make sure it adheres properly to the cap. Okay, and as you can see, it worked just fine like I thought it would. If you do this, make sure that you use it on the highest setting, I guess like cotton or something, and just be careful, you don't want to burn yourself. Now I'm just filling this in, and then this is like the last step, and then I'll be done after this. And here's just a little reminder of the inspiration picture that I was sent by my customer, and then here is my final result. Okay, you guys, here is the final finished result of this graduation cap, and I think it looks very, very nice. I think it's nice and clean. I think that it's very sparkly, it's very pretty. The color rhinestones that I chose, which are iridescent glass, I think it really complements the color, the wine burgundy color of this cap. I know I said I wasn't going to use any red on here, but when I filled in the little nursing cap here, I felt like you wouldn't have known what it was if I wouldn't have put that red there to symbolize the little hospital hat colors. So that's why I added the red, and I still think it came out pretty cute. So this is something that you can definitely do if you're graduating from high school, college, wherever you're graduating from. This will be great to really represent yourself and show your personality, or just represent where you're going next. Like if you're going to nursing school, shout out to all you nursing school students. Shout out to the whole class of 2021. Let me know what you guys think. Are you going to do something like this for your child or are you going to do this for yourself if you're graduating? I think it's a wonderful idea. It doesn't take that long. It is nice when you have an inspiration photo, but I think it's also good not to copy it exactly and just kind of use your own creativity and add your own spice to it. Thanks you guys for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Share this with someone who may need some help or advice on decorating their graduation cap. Subscribe if you'd like to. If not, thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.